Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to have a review. So first, we're going to listen to Jill and Mark talk about their busy lives. Let's listen and choose the correct answer to complete the sentences.
A. Unit 1 quiz. Listening A. Jill.
I'm a full time student in my third year of college. I'm taking 6 classes this year, and I'm also preparing for the law school admission test, so I have a very busy schedule. I usually like working hard, but my roommates, Nora and Leslie, say I'm working too hard this year. They're right. I go out with them on the weekends, but I'm always tired, and they say I'm boring. Actually, they're usually tired too. So when they say this, we all think it's funny. Nora and Leslie want to be doctors, and they're preparing for medical school exams this year, so we're all working too hard. The good thing is that we're doing it together, so we're never lonely. And we don't get angry or upset if one of us is too busy and can't go out.
Mark.
I'm an accountant, and I'm really busy at work these days. I usually work from 9 to 5, but I'm trying to finish a big report for my boss before the end of the month, so I'm working late tonight. It's 10 p.m., and here I am at my desk. It's just me here. All my coworkers are home with their families. My wife doesn't like it. When I get home late, she gets upset because I'm not spending time with our son. This makes me upset too. But I'm trying not to think about it because I know things will be better at the end of the month.
Okay, now let's check. Number 1. Jill and her two roommates are very hardworking. 2. When one of the roommates cannot go out, the other two never get upset. 3. Mark is at his office now. 4. Mark's wife gets upset with him when he works late. Great. Now, I want you to please guess the school subjects I will be showing you. For example, what school subject is this? Yeah, this is world geography. Where does it belong? Arts, math, science, or social studies? That's right, this one is in social studies. What school subject is this? Yes, this is music and it belongs to arts. What about this one? That's correct, this is algebra and this one belongs to math. And this one is history. Very good. This one is in social studies. What about this picture? This picture represents biology, and this one goes in science. What school subject is this? This one is geometry. Very good. And it belongs to math. This one is physics. Excellent. And this one doesn't go in math, this one goes in science. This one is chemistry. And it also belongs in science. Very good. What about this? Yeah, this is art. And of course, it belongs to arts. Very good. Now, I want you to please read the sentences and answer the questions. Please pause the video while you work on this. Okay, guys, so if you notice, all of these actions are happening regularly. What do they express? Well, they express habits, routines, things that are true, and schedule events. What structure do you see? We see simple present. Let's take a look at this. Kenji works on Saturdays. Jen studies every night. Kenji's parents own a restaurant. If you remember to do a simple present, we take our verb in base form, and if we have he, she, or it, we add an s or an es. Very good. Now, let's read the sentences and again answer the questions. Pause the video, please. Okay, now let's go ahead and check. So, when are these actions happening? They are happening right now. What do these sentences express? If you remember, these actions express actions that are in progress right now, things that are happening in this moment. And what structure do you see? This one is present continuous, also called present progressive. Let's take a look at the examples. Amelia is going to class right now. Jen is preparing for her medical school entrance exams. Amelia and Ricardo are taking an English class together. Now, what do these have in common? Well, if you remember, to form present continuous or progressive, we take the verb to be am, is, or are, and our verb with ing. Now, just remember that we have some verbs that we don't usually use with present continuous. Please pause the video while you take a look at them. Okay? Now, I want you to please choose the correct tense for these statements. For example, for actions happening regularly, often, or never, we use simple present. Very good. Next one. For actions happening right now, we use present continuous. Very good. The verbs be, have, like, and want are normally only used in simple present. Very good. The signal word usually indicates that we have to use simple present because usually is for routines. The signal words now indicates that we have to use present continuous because now means in this moment. Excellent. Now I want you to please complete this text with the correct tense of the verbs. Pause the video, please. Okay, now let's go ahead and check. Maria wants to improve her English, so she is taking a language course in London at the moment. She is staying with the host family and takes the bus to get to her language school. It is only a 5-minute walk to the nearest bus station. The bus leaves at 8:30. The first lesson begins at 9 o'clock. In the afternoons, the school offers sightseeing tours in and around London. Okay, awesome. Now I want you to please answer these questions. What do you do if you feel sleepy in class? Now, how do you feel when you speak English in class? And last, what do you do when you're nervous? Okay, guys, we're going to be discussing this in class. Now, think about this. How often do you feel angry? How often do you feel jealous? How often do you feel thirsty? For example, I don't usually feel thirsty, but I feel sleepy very often. Pause the video while you write down some ideas. Okay, excellent. Now let's continue. Today we're remembering zero conditional. Let's take a look at these sentences. If I am hungry at midnight, I eat a sandwich. When I am hungry at midnight, I eat a sandwich. If I have to make a phone call, I plan what I am going to say before calling. My mother listens to music if she is nervous before a presentation. Okay, now let's take a look at some questions. What do we use zero conditional sentences for? Is there a difference if you use if in the beginning or the middle of a sentence? And what is the word we can use to substitute if? Please pause the video while you think about this. Okay, guys, so we use zero conditional to talk about things that are always true. For example, if I feel thirsty, I drink water. If I wake up late, I get late to work. Now, is there a difference if we use if in the beginning or the middle of a sentence? No, there is not a difference. We can use the conditional clause, the if clause, in the beginning or in the middle. Now, the only thing is that if you use it in the beginning, if I feel hungry, comma, I eat a sandwich, right? Only at a comma. Now, what word can we use to substitute if? We can use when. Remember that in zero conditional, all of our verbs are in simple present. Okay, let's continue. I want you to please complete these sentences using zero conditional. For example, if my parents at home at weekends, I to help with housework. If my parents stay at home at weekends, I have to help with housework. Now, pause the video while you work on this. Okay, great. We're going to check this in class. Complete these sentences now. Okay, guys, one more time we're going to check this in class. So, let's continue. I will play an audio for you. Listen to the conversation between Nina and David about their friend Becky and choose the correct option to complete the sentences.
Four
Let's
Corners
listen.
3, Unit 2 quiz. Listening A.
Hello?
Hi, Nina. It's David.
What's up? Is everything okay?
Did you hear what happened to Becky?
No, I didn't. Is something wrong?
Well, unfortunately, she didn't go to Toronto this morning.
You're kidding. What happened? Did she miss her flight?
Well, not really. She was lifting weights at the gym last night when...
Oh no. I hope it's not her shoulder or her arm again.
No, it's her foot this time. One of the weights fell on her foot.
Oh no. Did she go to the hospital?
Not last night. She called me from the gym and I took her back to her house. She was okay, but when she woke up this morning, she couldn't walk. Her foot really hurt. She's at the hospital now. Her mother took her. She sent me a text a few minutes ago. It seems she broke something in her foot.
So I guess she's not going to be in Toronto this week.
No, she's not. And she won't be in the office either. The doctor says she has to stay home for at least a week.
Poor Becky.
Okay, so Becky was lifting weights at the gym last night. When Becky woke up this morning, she couldn't walk. Becky is at the hospital right now. Becky will spend this week at home. Very good. Okay, guys. Now I want you to please classify these adverbs into positive, negative, or neutral adjectives. For example, amazingly. Where does it go? Yeah, this one will be in the positive ones. Very good. Pause the video while you work on the rest. Okay, guys, now let's go ahead and check. We have fortunately is also a positive one. Luckily is positive. Sadly is a negative one. Strangely is neutral. This can be either good or bad, depending on what you're saying. Suddenly is also neutral. Surprisingly is neutral as well. And unfortunately, this one is negative. Very good, guys. So remember, we can use these phrases to tell stories, right? To express the way we feel about whatever we're saying. Okay, now I want you to please read these sentences. When are these actions happening and what structures do you see? Please pause the video while you think about this. Okay, guys, so if you notice, all of these actions are in the past, but we have two different structures. We have past continuous and we also have simple past. Past continuous is in blue. For example, I was watching my favorite TV show, my sister was swimming, they were playing in the park. And the simple past is in pink. When my mother called me, when she heard a scream, when they saw the fire. So, with simple past, if it's a regular verb, if you remember, we only add ed, but if it is an irregular verb, you need to remember the verb. And to form the past continuous or past progressive, we need to use verb to be, was, or were, of course in past, and the verb with ing. Now, if you remember, we use simple past and past continuous together a lot of times. We use past continuous to talk about an action that was happening for a while in the past and it was usually interrupted by another action. For example, I was eating dinner, maybe McDonald's, and he called me. My boyfriend called while I was eating dinner. Right? So that interrupted my dinner. Great. Now I want you to please pause the video and complete these sentences. Okay, let's check. I was jogging in the park when two squirrels crossed my way. They interrupted that. Robert fell off the ladder while he was picking cherries. Archimedes discovered the theory of buoyancy while he was taking a bath. When we were traveling around Ireland, we met some very nice people. While she was talking on the phone, the milk boiled over. Yeah, all over the stove. 6. When I left the house this morning, the sun was shining. Caroline burned her hand when she was ironing her clothes. Excellent. Okay, guys, now let's continue. Think about this. What amuses you? What challenges you? What embarrasses you? What interests you? For example, falling embarrasses me. Yeah, whenever I fall in front of people, I get very embarrassed. What about you? Pause the video and write down some ideas. Okay, great. We're going to share this in class. Now, look at these sentences. Which one is a situation and which one is a feeling? I am confused. I am confusing. Okay? So if I say I am confused, I am expressing the way I feel because maybe I am watching a movie or maybe I am taking a math class and I don't understand, so I am confused. But if I say that I am confusing, I am saying that people cannot understand me. I confuse them. So let's remember this. Where are the adjectives? Please pause the video while you find them. Okay, so we have he's confused because there are no indications in the building. This was a very confusing day. I didn't know what to do. He was disgusted when he saw that the pizza had pineapple. The smell of the food was disgusting. I hate Chinese food. Now that we have this, I want you to please find which of these describe feelings or reactions and which of these describe the situations or the things that are causing the feelings and the reactions. Please pause the video. Okay, now let's go ahead and check. So we have for the feelings and reactions, we have confused and disgusted. Describing the situations that are causing the feelings or the reactions, confusing and disgusting. Very good. So if you remember, we use adjectives that end in ed to describe the feelings of a person. For example, bored, confused, interested, excited, and surprised. And we use ing to describe a situation, thing, or a person that causes the feelings. For example, boring, confusing, interesting, exciting, and surprising. Now, read the sentences and choose the correct adjective to complete them. Pause the video, please. Okay, now let's go ahead and check them. Number 1. My nephew was amused by the clown. 2. It is so frustrating. No matter how much I study, I can't remember this vocabulary. 3. I'm feeling depressed, so I'm going home, eat some chocolate, and go to bed early. 4. I thought her idea was absolutely fascinating. This math problem is confusing. Can you help me? 6. The teacher was really amusing, so the lesson passed quickly. 7. The journey was exhausting, 12 hours by bus. The plane began to move in an alarming way. He was frightened when he saw the spider. Okay, great. Now, continue working in these sentences. Please pause the video one more time. Okay, now it's time to check. I was really embarrassed when I fell over in the street. The film was so depressing. There was no happy ending for any of the characters. I'm sorry I can't come tonight. I'm completely exhausted. 4. Don't show my baby photos to people, Mom. It's embarrassing. It's okay. It's only me. Don't be alarmed. My sister is so excited because she's going on holiday tomorrow. 7. I hate long flights. I'm always really bored. And last, she looked very confused when I told her we had to change the plan. Very good, guys. Now, I want you to please listen to a conversation between Ken and Hannah in a coffee shop. Please write if the sentences are true or if they are false. Let's listen.
Four Corners 3, Unit 3 quiz, listening A.
Hannah, is that you? Don't you remember me? It's me, Ken.
Ken! Wow! I didn't recognize you. Long time no see.
You're right. How long has it been? 3, 4 years? Maybe more?
Actually, it's been 5 years. Remember? We used to hang out at the library with other college friends. I haven't seen you since graduation.
You're right. Time has really flown since we finished school.
Look at you! You look fantastic. Something's very different. Is it the suit, maybe? You didn't used to wear suits. No, that's not it. It's something. Yes, it's something about your face.
Yup. I used to wear glasses, remember? Big black ones that were kind of old fashioned. I started wearing contact lenses right after college. You know, I think that helped me at job interviews. The contact lenses make me feel more confident. And I can see better, too.
Well, you look great. I remember you in those old-fashioned glasses and your funny t-shirts, but you have a very different look now. Fashionable, but not flashy. It's a look that says, I'm confident, I like myself, and I'm good at my job.
Ah, now you're embarrassing me.
No, really, I mean it. You look great. But you also look like you're doing great. I'm really happy for you.
Okay, so it's time to check. The last time Hannah saw Ken, was more than 3 years ago. This is true. It's been like 5 years. Ken isn't wearing a suit. False. Ken didn't used to wear contact lenses in college. True. Hannah thinks Ken's new style is flashy. That's false. Very good. Okay, awesome, guys. Now, I want you to please identify the clothing items. What are these? High heels. Very good. What about this? These are bracelets. Very good. Next, we have dyed hair or color hair. Very good. What is this? A ponytail. And this is a uniform. Very good. What are these? Earrings. Excellent. And this? These are sandals. What are these? These are contact lenses. Very good. And what is this? A leather jacket. Excellent, guys. What are these? These are glasses. Excellent. Now, I want you to please read these sentences about me. I used to take a lot of pictures. I used to do this every day. I would take maybe 10, 20 pictures every day. I used to have very short hair a couple of years ago. I used to dye my hair a lot. I had it blue, I had it green, I had it orange, and also red. And I didn't used to wear glasses when I was a teen. I started wearing glasses when I was around 20. Okay, guys, so if you remember, we used to talk about things that were true in the past but are not true right now, or we use didn't used to talk about things that were not true in the past but are true right now. So I want you to please help me complete these sentences with the correct option. Used to, didn't used to, or maybe even a question. Now pause the video while you work on this. Okay, let's go ahead and check. I used to swim a lot when I was younger. 2. John didn't used to eat vegetables, but now he eats them. 3. Did they used to have a sports car? 4. That building used to be a cinema, but it is closed down. 5. We didn't used to like math lesson. Our teacher was horrible. Where did you used to go to school? 7. You used to live next door to me. 8. I didn't used to enjoy studying, but I do now. Okay, guys, great. Now, how would you describe this style? This is flashy. It can also be a little fashionable, but it's mostly flashy. What about this? This is retro. Very good. And what about this? Is weird, right? This? Old fashioned, definitely. What about this one? This one is fashionable. Very good. How would you describe this style? She looks glamorous. And this girl? This one is trendy. Very good. Very popular right now. How would you describe this style? This is tacky, definitely. Okay, guys. So now look at the sentences and think about this. Are they talking about an object or a person? How do you know? And can we separate the sentences? Why or why not? Please pause the video. Okay, guys. So some sentences are talking about objects. Some sentences are talking about people. So if we look at the first ones, we have fashion style. It's an object. The last one, it's also an object. We have people, artist, and the fans. Very good. Now, what word is after them? If you notice, we have which when we have an object and who when we have a person. Okay, now can we separate the sentences? Actually, no, because the words who and which are helping us connect them. Okay, Taylor Swift is an artist. Taylor Swift started singing country. So, because I connected with who, I shouldn't separate them. Let's continue. I want you to please complete the sentences using who or which. Pause the video, please. Okay, let's go ahead and check. I met a woman who can speak 6 languages. 2. What's the name of the man who lives next door? 3. Where is the picture which was on the wall? 4. Do you know anybody who wants to buy a car? What's the name of the river which goes through the town? 6. She always asks me questions which are difficult to answer. 7. I have a friend who is very good at repairing cars. A coffee maker is a machine which makes coffee. Why does he always wear clothes which are too big for him? 10. The girl who had an accident yesterday is my father's secretary. 11. The books which are on the table are very interesting. And 12. The doctor who usually attends my mother is on holiday now. Okay, guys, great job. So with this, we end our review. I will see you in class. Bye bye.